Theo, so how are you doing today?
Yeah, really well, thank you. How are you?
Very good, very excited to be talking to you. First of all, congratulations on the movie. I love the
Thank you.
movie. And the thing I like the most is that we need more Hispanic representation on screen, especially
Yes.
animated films, because animated films, they are they higher cost, they're
Yeah.
more expensive. So how
Mm.
was it working on the Star Story?
It was truly, truly incredible. It's my first animated feature film, so I'm was so excited to do it. I've always wanted to work in animation, so I felt really, really lucky to land the role. Um, I also agree. I'm always itching for more Latin and Hispanic representation on our screens, and especially um, you know, growing up Latin in Australia, there isn't a lot of representation at all. So it feels really, really special to be able to tell this story. Um, yeah, and everyone was just so wonderful to work with. It was like a big warm hug of a workplace, and yeah, it was so much fun.
Yeah, and I'm going to hear a bit spoily, but not that much. Is it just at the beginning of the film? What I did like was that there was a big hurricane, there's a tornado, everything that happens to the
Yeah.
family, and all of a sudden
Yes.
you have to move from where you live to a new place. And that's
Yeah.
something I can relate because here in Puerto Rico, when Hurricane Maria happened, most people had to leave the island and go to the States. And they left
Yeah.
their home, their houses, their family, their people. So that's something that enjoyed about the movie, that they have the little bit touch of what is being an immigrant to some place.
Yes.
So how,
Yeah.
since you're living in Australia, so how was it? How did you feel about the movie, the connection, providing that in the sense of going to another place, a new place?
Yeah, I think that story of immigrating is very true to a lot of Latin audiences and a lot of Latin people. And obviously, I live in Australia. I've grown up here. I was born here, but my mum is an immigrant, so I kind of have grown up seeing her experience immigrating from Panama. And have had my, 2 feet in both worlds for my whole life. Um, yeah, I think that there's a lot of resilience in Latin culture because we have had to kind of move to a different place and learn a new culture and kind of assimilate. And it's really special that, you know, the culture is still so strong and there's still a lot of respect and love for the roots of where you came from. Um, Even being in these new spaces and new countries and yeah, I definitely feel that from my mom and I'm very inspired by her and I love her a lot, a lot. Yeah.
That's something also that I enjoy about the film, is that the family is the number one reason they're together,
Yeah.
especially we don't want to spoil us again about what happened with the mom and everything. That gives it a special sense of what's happening to her, and also how important keeping the roots, like the meals, the preparation, and everything. So food is essential. Puerto Rico has their food, and Mexico has their food, and Panama, I guess they have their food,
Yeah.
arroz, habichuela, all that. So is
Mhm.
there a meal or something that you enjoy that your mom made you?
Yeah, it's very simple, but sopa de pollo is like, yeah, it's the thing that mom would make growing up that all my siblings would be like, yes, mama, gracias. Like, tiene hambre. Like, it's, uh, and we still go home to mama and ask for sopa de pollo. Also, like I am in Australia, it is so hard to get plantain. And when you find plantain, it's like $8, $9 for a friggin' piece of fruit. So whenever we find plantain, I'm like, please fry me up some patacones. Like I'm dying for it. Yeah, yeah. And also baked plantain. Oof, oof. I love it so much, so much. Yeah.
Definitely you have to be good. You have to come to Puerto Rico because our the Latino culture, the rice and beans and the plantains and
Yeah.
everything, it's kind of the same base, everything. So you have to come to
Mhm.
Puerto Rico. Also, I want
Yes.
to talk to you a little bit about Latino representation. I think that's something that we're seeing more and more. I think with streaming shows, we're seeing more shows that are being developed in Spanish.
Mhm.
Also, through streaming, we're able to learn more about other cultures. Like, if you want to go ahead and watch a show from Australia, which basically there was none, you can now watch it. And also, if you want to watch a show from Korea, you can watch it. So, how did the being an actor, also a voice actor, and being able to see streaming as a strength now with like this animation that's going around the world in Puerto Rico is going to be on shown on theaters. So how do you feel that as an actor, how everything is going at such a fast pace for people to learn about other cultures?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting and it's encouraging and it's, obviously cinema and animation is such a great way for people to be immersed and experience other people's cultures and ideas and opinions and I think animation also has a really special way of like kind of showing these ideas and cultures and experiences and um yeah, I feel really lucky to be able to represent my story as being Latin Australian, which, is inherently it has worth and it has its own story to tell and I'm really excited to share it with Latin audiences as well. Like that's crazy that, it I don't know if it's being released in Panama, but I hope it is so then my family can go see me, which is crazy. That is insane. Um, but yeah, I feel really lucky and grateful to be able to represent the culture and represent my experience. Yeah.
No, especially with streaming and everything, that your movies will always be going to be shown here in Puerto Rico. So that's
Yeah.
a very close step to which one also in Dominican
Yes.
Republic, also in
Yeah.
Panama. So I think that's a good
Yeah.
trend. And what is very important is for everybody who's watching this, watch the movie, leave your reviews on social media, talk about it, talk about the
Please,
movie because
please.
that's the way the studios know that everybody's talking about. And with your paying ticket, that's the way they know that that's your vote. Say we want more the
Yeah.
want this content to be here. So
Yeah,
especially, I
totally.
love the it's yeah. Also, what we enjoyed about the movie is again is the commodity of the family, and also how special is being embarked in this crazy nuts being in a familia. So
Yeah.
from Laura, I know she was a very wild child. What did you learn from this character that you could apply to yourself? Because she had no fear in some things, but she also learned a lot through the to what happened to her.
Yeah, absolutely. She really does have no fear. She's just ready to go at all points of the day. I think um Lara is very driven and she is has a really big sense of adventure and is very carefree and I think that that is they're all like really beautiful qualities about her as a character. And I think that I can definitely take that into my own life. And, I definitely have a bit of anxiety, but it's nice to be able to play this character that's so like carefree and just willing to take on the world and believes that the world will meet her at her level. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. And with the family as well, like we were really lucky to be able to be in the booth with each other and be speaking a lot of the scenes all together, which is really rare in animation. Usually it's just you. Um, so yeah, I felt really lucky to build those relationships in real life as well as yeah, through the screens.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I did love the movie. As we were saying, it is a representation of Latinos across the world. And being in animated film is also can bring the little ones, the young ones to learn about the story, and maybe be like an icebreaker to talk to something else, talk about what it means to be Latino, especially in another country. And I think
Yeah.
it's a great movie. So congratulations.
Thank you so, so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
All right. I just want to remind everybody that in Puerto Rico, the movie A Sloth Story begins on to the February 27th. So yeah, second, thank you so much. I appreciate it.